Lakers Nation, what is going on? So this morning, we're going to be talking about a draft prospect that is pretty much being mocked up in a trade involving the Los Angeles Lakers. And this is coming from like a ESPN analyst or insider writer. But before I get into the video, guys, and break it down, really appreciate if you could do me a favor. Make sure you guys keep liking my videos on my channel, and this page really helps the algorithm a lot, so YouTube could push it to more people, the audience. Make sure you guys keep commenting, sharing. What if you're a family or a viewer of mine, you have a friend, a pet, whoever you want to welcome to my channel. Really appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys subscribe as well. We're on the road to 4K subs. Really trying to reach my next, goal by next month. Hopefully sooner rather than later. So I love you guys. The grind just never stops. I do post 365 days if you guys enjoy my content, so make sure you guys turn on the notification bell so you guys stay notified. That's very important if you guys want to be able to see my videos. And if you guys want to stay connected with me, the links will be down in the description. My socials will be down. And yeah, man, so let's get straight into the video. So pretty much I want to say yesterday, I did see a recent report coming out from Lakers Better on his Twitter page. And it's very interesting, so that's why I wanted to talk about it. So it said ESPN's, according to Bobby Marks, he just mocked up a trade in the draft that lands the Lakers' Khaman Maluach from Duke Blue Devils. He was a freshman over there, and he's from like South Sudan, right? He was pairing alongside his co-teammate in, Cooper Flag, right? He should be going number one with the Dallas Mavericks, but I digress. So it says with the Lakers giving up Knecht, he was a rookie, and their 2031 first-round pick. Like, you got to be crazy if you think this is going to happen. Now, I know Knecht, in, like, some mock drafts, he was projected to be, like, a top 5 or if not top 10 pick last year, but he fell to Lakers at 17, and some people are saying that, oh, he's a steal of the draft. And I feel like the only reason why he fell to the Lakers is because of his age, him being 23 at the time, but obviously he's 24. And I'm going to be honest, how do teams view Knecht in that 2031 first-round pick? Because that pick is like in 6 years. Guys, it's 2025, so we really don't know how that draft pick is going to be. Like, we don't know if it's going to be good or if it's going to be not good. You get what I'm trying to say? But Knecht, like, won as games by himself as a rookie. I mean, there was games that would drop 35 points, right? But he's a guy that's been able to show that he could score from all three levels, the mid-range, the three-point shot, getting to his spots, getting to the rim. So it's not like he's a one-trick pony at that, game. Obviously, he's not really good defensively. I mean, he should have the athleticism, but, I mean, if you look at the stats, he was like one of, if not, considered like the worst defenders on the Los Angeles Lakers. At least he's getting to his spots and creating for himself and others. But on the Los Angeles Lakers, like, let's just be honest, he's only going to be brought in to be a catch-and-shoot shooter. He's not going to be able to do everything and show, his talents, because keep in mind, you got LeBron James, you got Luka, you got Ospreys as a third option. I mean, Rui Hachimura was like the fourth option. So I would guess, Knecht would be like the 8th or 9th man in the rotation for the Los Angeles Lakers. So, but we'll see. I think it's very interesting. Can a team maybe, do a trade with the Los Angeles Lakers and move up in the, first round or potentially in the lottery? I mean, teams just don't, trade their lottery picks like that. Maybe they're late first-round picks. But buying a first-round pick, it's kind of expensive. It's probably going to cost around like $10 million. Whereas if you buy a draft pick in the second round, it's probably at least $2 or $3 million. I'm pretty sure there's like restrictions when it comes to the CBA and like aprons. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it says he would absolutely love breaking Maluach. He's 7'2", and he's only 18 years of age. So he's a project player that you really want to work on for like the next, 3 or 4 years. But like I said, he's a highly sought-after prospect, touted in this year's 2025 NBA draft class. Some people are saying that he should be a top 10 pick or top 5 or a lottery pick, right? But he is a true lob threat and a defense center for, Luka Doncic, especially in this era. Now, we all know that the Lakers need a center desperately. Most likely, they're going to, trade for a center in the market, whether if it's Nick Claxton, Daniel Gafford, or, Walker Kessler, which I'm putting in the universe. I'm praying that it happens. But also, they're going to have to sign a backup center. So if we draft a center, most likely they're going to be our third big, if not at the end of the bench or you develop them for the next year, and maybe they do play, for the South Bay Lakers. But is it likely that the Lakers, trade for a lottery pick or move up in the first round? We'll see. I don't think it would happen, but I love that because the Lakers only have the 55th overall pick. And what is the chances of us, getting a very good player at pick 55? Most of those guys are like in and out of the league in like the next 1 or 2 years, if that, even get lucky to find a rotation, piece or a player that could contribute, right away. Because the Lakers like these older, polished, seasoned guys that are at least 20, 21, 22, 23, or 24 years of age. You go and trying to say the Lakers have done a very good job drafting, specifically in the second round. I mean, lottery picks, the Lakers have been so good lately, especially drafting stars like Miss Sound, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. Obviously, we did draft guys like Julius Randle, Brandon Ingram, and Lonzo Ball. But I digress. I know I'm going on a tangent, but can you imagine, the pick and roll and Kmach, catching lobs from Luka Doncic, because that's what Luka wants. He wants a lob threat. And, Duke is a very good school. I mean, players always have a good career, playing at the NBA level, especially from Duke. I'm not going to say everybody, but majority of them become, either stars or just very good, role players. But I'm going to give a little, background about him. So he did join South Sudan national team at age 16, so he was very young when he did play basketball, and he was playing against Team USA in the Olympics in April 2025. Maluach did declare for the NBA draft after his freshman season, and he received recognition for his talent, including being named MVP of the NBA's Basketball Without Borders BWB Africa Camp in 2023, right? So he has high upside, like I said. And he's really known for his elite rim protection thanks to his exceptional length. He has like a 7'5", wingspan. So that is, really ridiculous. He has like a 9'8", standing reach. He does combine with surprising mobility that lets him guard both the rim and the perimeter. So he has good timing on his, blocks effectively. And he does excel as a pick and roll, finisher, lob threat with efficient finishing around the basket, the rim. He does need to improve his offensive, consistency, including post moves, shooting. Didn't really take, too much threes. I believe he only took around, 0.4 attempts. Might even been less than that. He shot around like 25% from threes. So, that is not very good. But he does have the playmaking ability and, the ball handling, as well as strengthen his, rebounding, positioning, and defensive, discipline to reduce, fouls. But if he does develop these areas, Maluach does have the potential to become a true dominant two-way player at the NBA level. Now, when you look at the mock drafts, right, some even have him being linked to, the Toronto Raptors at 9, 76ers at 3, Wizards at number 6, the Pelicans at number 7 per ESPN. The Spurs, who hold, the second overall pick, have brought him for 2 pre-draft, visits, and may try to acquire a second, top 10 pick in this year's draft class. And the Utah Jazz, who hold, the 5th pick, we'll see what they do with their, draft pick. Are they going to draft a center? You already got, Kyle Filipowski, who you drafted last year in 2024 in the second round. You extended Lauri Markkanen. You have Walker Kessler. So they have abundance of, forwards and centers. So they're going to have to get rid of some guys and trade some guys. You go and trying to say, so it'll be very interesting if they do draft Malik, but we'll see if they draft, a versatile wing or a guard, whoever they want, right? But this is according to NBA insider Jake Fisher. So I saw this like on NBA Central a while ago. But let's get into his stats, right? He did average around 8.6 points per game, shot around 71.2% from the field, 6.6 rebounds, 0.5 assists, 1.3 blocks, 0.2 steals, shot 25% from 3, like I said earlier, on 0.4 attempts, and shot 76.6% from the foul line on 2 attempts, played 39 games, all, starts, playing around 23.9 minutes a night. Now, I believe like a month ago, I did see a recent, mock trade, or like a trade rumor involving the Los Angeles Lakers, where Rob Pelinka adds Cooper Flag, 7'2" Duke teammate, to resolve the center role. So pretty much it was the Lakers receiving the number 9th overall pick, and the Toronto Raptors receiving Knecht and this year's 55th overall pick in the second round. a 2028 first round pick swap, a 2030 first round pick swap, and a 2031 first round pick. So I'm really big on Maluach. Like, I really want him badly, but what is the chances of the Lakers moving into the lottery? I know this draft class is looked at as very good, right, in a long time. But like I said, buying a draft pick in the first round is just going to cost a lot. And the Lakers, I could see them moving into the first round, but this guy has, the tools, the intangibles. He's a player that's like a project. You go and trying to say. But let me know in the comment section, how do you guys feel about Malik, right? But is there any draft prospects you guys want to see me talk about in mind? Whatever it's, wings, forwards, guards, centers, because the Lakers have lots of, things they need to, fill on this roster, right? And improve, especially, their bench, their center position, their wing depth. So the Lakers are going to have to, look what they do this offseason, right? But yeah, man, make sure you guys keep supporting me. It means a lot to me. And I have one thing I have to say lastly. I did see, I believe, Malachi, or whatever his name is, Khaman Maluach. I always have trouble saying his name, but I did see him in a mock trade for, the Charlotte Hornets, right? Like on Instagram and stuff like that. So he's rising in the boards. I did see him at the Clutch Pro at the Lakers facility, and also in like Chicago, I believe. That's where they have like the draft combine. But yeah, man, I'm out of here. Peace. Cheers.